You are a budding entrepreneur. You work so bloody hard. I know that. But at the same time, about to do or probably doing 2 to 3 businesses. The bad news is if you are doing that, chances are extremely slim, almost none, that you'll ever go past $1 million. Now, this is how I see most of the entrepreneurs, their journey of entrepreneurship. As they build their business, your actual opportunity, your real potential is that lamp. You're looking for that lamp. See, in the movie Aladdin, when Aladdin enters that cave to look for that lamp, he gets distracted with so many other glittery things. Although he didn't go and actually capture and try to collect them, he looks around, he can see so many glittery items looking very compelling as well. But somehow he didn't actually stop there. He went and collected the lamp. Now, those who did not enter that cave didn't have that problem because they can't see any of it. Now, this is how I see most of the entrepreneurs, their journey of entrepreneurship. As they build their business, your actual opportunity, your real potential is that lamp. You're looking for that lamp. Once you get that lamp, you get the genie and you can grant any wish, right? But what happens is a lot of the businessmen, they get really distracted and they try to hustle and they try to juggle with so many other things, 2, 3, 4, 5 businesses. As they get carried away with all sorts of seemingly looking solid opportunities and they stop there. So why is that happening? What stops you from not going for that bigger goal, but wanting to stop and go for that little opportunities around you? There are the mindset issues, there are psychological challenges that you have, your environment and so many things gonna actually haunt you. But what I usually see the thing is, once you develop a business, let's say up to $10 million, roughly, I'm just giving a number, now at least you have a direction. Once you develop a business at least to $10 million, ideally I would say 100 million, but let's say $10 million, then you have a network, you have resources, you have a lot of things at your disposal to develop another business quite easily, quite faster. You can approach top consultants, coaches around you and ask them to guide you. You have a reach basically to so many things that you didn't have before you make $10 million. Even institutions, financial institutions are ready to offer you a huge loan, a facility. If you say, hey, I want to start this new business tomorrow, okay? So things are gonna come to you. You can diversify. Just like you rub that lamp, you have genie and you can make many wishes. That day is gonna come. But that will never happen if you stop and respond to every opportunity that you have. And if you are currently making under $1 million, I know so many guys who watch this are in that bracket, under $1 million. You are a budding entrepreneur. You work so bloody hard. I know that. But at the same time, you're actually about to do or probably doing 2 to 3 businesses. One thing, you're side hustling. Now you are interested in drop shipping, you want to do jewelry, you are interested in investing in textile. Hey, real estate is also interesting. You want to get into that as well. Tech looking so good, is booming. AI technology, how can I do? And all sorts of things. And the bad news is if you are doing that, chances are extremely slim, almost none, that you'll ever go past $1 million. But the sad thing is that we're living in a time around the world, if you see, that is so easy to go beyond $1 million in every single business. Every single business. There are content creators on YouTube who are making peanut butters and making $1 million. Right? So if you have any skill better than making peanut butter, chances are very high that more than in the history of your generation that you're going to make $1 million. Lot faster, typically around 3-year mark. And if you're not been making, then one of the biggest problem is that you are too distracted. Why? Here's the thing, it's always that extra 2 hours that you do in your skill, that you go deep in your skill, that distinctly differentiate you from the competition. Did you know that 1% that you did differently in a negotiation actually got you that $1 million deal? Just because you 1% of something that you said differently and did differently. For you to figure out, to do that 1%, you need to have that extra few hours clocking in for 6-7 days a week for a few years. But you're not going to do that if you're going to do 2-3 businesses around you. And this is the modern day problem. It was a problem apparently. Some of the experts say it was a problem 30 years ago, man. If that's the case, then it's a massive problem in the present day because of social media, the pressure from social media and the pressure from the people around you. The people around you, guess what? They're all distracted, including your parents, including your teachers. It's a tough time. And pressure from your friends, they're all distracted. They're all going to tell you 10 other things and seemingly very convincingly. So this is why you're not going to master one thing. That's why I always say, every video that I've said that, every client that I meet, I always say that be a specialist, be an expert of your subject, be an absolute expert of their subject. When a potential client meets you, they should feel really stupid not to go ahead with you. That's how you should develop that expertise. If you feel like you have that kind of an edge, you don't have that kind of edge, which means you have work to do. Look at how you clocking the 7 days a week, the things that you spend time and the things that you respond, etc. So in this video, my focus is to stop you wasting your time and energy on more than one business. Like I said, if you're not doing more than $1 million for the last few years and you're working so hard, I want you to cut out all the other businesses, side businesses, everything that you want to do and you're doing and you're responding, working on it, and focus on one thing. And having said that, majority still are not going to do that. Why? Because you're being governed with fear of missing out. Now, this is a problem. That's why people want to do all sorts of other businesses that I mentioned, e-commerce to dropshipping to all, real estate, all sorts of things, because there's a huge buzz, huge noise around everything about everything now, isn't it? The moment you talk about it, the moment you search, everything seems working. So fear of missing out. So you need to put your hands everywhere. Because I have coached so many guys. So few of the guys actually signed up. Actually, I think within the time of the video, for the last 3 months, 3 guys have signed up, really good entrepreneurs. And they bust a lot of money by the time they come to me. One guy is into manufacturing and distribution. And it's a medical substance he's manufacturing. Now, he actually put his hand into textile, obviously burned his hand, right? Millions of bucks. Another guy was doing something related to IT. He wanted to get into real estate. Yes, he busted about close upon $500,000 by the time he come to me. Luckily, he had a lot of money to burn. So these are the problem, and he was still struggling. How can I run these 2-3 businesses? So first thing I said to him was, if you're going to continue with me, you're going to only do one and one thing only. Okay, so this fear of missing out is actually hard-coded into our system. It's not going to vanish like that. It's going to haunt you, right? It's going to haunt you when you are driving down alone, you're by yourself or with a group of friends. It's going to haunt you, the fear of missing out. It's actually such a really strong pull from our evolution. So in the modern day, how it's haunting us is that letting us believe that we should be doing all sorts of things. So for that reason, vast majority are going to fail or close their business under $1 million. But the sad part is they absolutely had the potential to make 10, 20, 30, 40, $100 million within that space because they're intelligent, because you work hard compared to a person who's in a couch. Compared to all those losers, you actually put your time and energy and work. Unfortunately, you got distracted because of this problem called fear of missing out. So be the Aladdin who look for the lamp and don't get distracted with anything around you. Speak to you soon.